We've been in Japan for a few weeks now, exploring Tokyo and beyond, eating sushi, noodles, konbini snacks, shabu-shabu, and so much more. But we have yet to try Japanese Wagyu beef. So today is the day. We are headed to an all-you-can-eat Japanese barbecue for some high-quality A5 Japanese Wagyu. Let's eat.
So one of the things you have to try when you're into Japan is yakiniku. And yakiniku is grilled meats, and it's typically served like Korean style with a huge grill in front of you. We are doing all you can eat Wagyu yakiniku today. We are here on a Sunday at about 4 p.m. and we are the only people in this restaurant. This place that we've chosen doesn't have an English option. We are just kind of going through the menu and hoping for the best.
Arigatou gozaimasu.
Thank you. And we've already received our first 3 plates of beautiful marbled Japanese Wagyu meat. And it looks delicious. We got 2 different ribs and a shochuburan. I don't know what that is. It sounded fancy and I've heard that it's delicious. We've started off in a good place, but we still need to figure out how to get some veggies and salad and rice and some toppings. Thank you for your help.
Oh my goodness, so much.
This one is the marinated galbi. Wow.
Oh my god, it looks so amazing. The fire is so hot, so a sear on both sides, and it is ready to eat.
This is melt in your mouth. It disappears the second you put it down. I can't explain how tender it is. All I did was put a little bit of salt on there, and that is one of the best bites. Holy cow.
We all know Brennan loves an interactive meal, so when he gets tongs and scissors, it's his favorite part of the day. Oh my god, look how pretty it is.
It's the rib of the day, is what it said. But the marbling is just nuts on these things. Like, honestly, definitely at an all-you-can-eat yakiniku spot, I've never seen meat this high quality. Look at this guy. Like, the fat content is just so ridiculous. It needs no other lubrication or flavoring. Like, that one's good to go. This guy's ready to rock. Don't worry, I'll give you some. Oh my god, look at this piece. Wow.
So that was my first bite of A5 that wasn't in a hamburger. I've had A5 hamburgers multiple times in San Diego. That's like a big thing there. But that was my first one, and no wonder it was so good. That was the best piece of meat I've ever eaten.
This is the best cut we've had, the shochuburan. Oh my god, it's just incredible.
Everything else looked like something I'd seen before except for that one, and that one's definitely the best.
Isn't that soup fire?
It's like the best egg drop soup I've ever eaten.
This egg soup is the perfect accompaniment. It's so simple, it's the perfect palate cleanser. We got a couple salads and some fresh cucumbers. Definitely add those to your meat journey.
We like never know what to do when there's an egg on a dish. So this time I just mixed it in and went for it, and it's delicious. Let me tell you, if there's an egg on your plate, mix it into whatever you can, because adding an egg is like a level up. So good. Limit on the time here is 2 hours, which is kind of a lot. Usually they only give you 90 minutes. So we have plenty of time. We don't have to rush or stress about it. So far, everything has been insane. We were a little intimidated because there's no English menu, and we had to translate while we're talking to the guy. But he did bring over a pamphlet in English, which really helped us. And using Google Translate, as always, has saved the day. So far, amazing. And we're only on round 1. I can't wait to see what else we get.
Arigatou gozaimasu.
They trust us enough this time to send the robot over. It's no cat, but it's just as fun. Cool.
We got a massive hanger steak that's Wagyu. We got another one of those shochuburan, and then we also got something called lean Wagyu with red pepper, and then we got the rare meat. I am not exactly sure what the rare cuts are, but it is like a huge hunk of Wagyu fat that just disappears in your mouth. It's got a little bit of chew, and just with a little bit of salt, that one is good to go. I wonder what we're eating. It's
delicious, really, it doesn't matter. Wow.
Hanger steak going down.
I love how it's cut like that.
It's
that
like meat
so
dominoes. Cool. Like, that's amazing.
That is so cool. So it stays like extra rare, but you get that crunchiness.
I'm actually gonna throw a piece of that Wagyu down next to it so we get a little flare action so we can get even more sear on this guy.
Wow. This is so fun.
This is the best. It's just insane. We're just making bowl after bowl of Wagyu Dons. The marbling on these steaks are unlike anything I've ever seen. Alyssa's in the freaking zone over here. Wait, that's not meat. What are you ordering? Oh, cool. Whoa.
There are two sauces on the table. There's like a soy sauce and a yuzu sauce, which is delicious. I added some green onions to my soy sauce, and then we asked for gochujang.
So normally when I'm at a yakiniku spot, the yuzu is the last condiment that I use, but this Wagyu meat is so tender and so juicy that a little bite of that acid is the perfect accompaniment for any of these special gold Wagyu cuts. It just cuts through that fat and just gives you the most delicious tender bite you can have.
For those of you that don't know, yuzu is like a lemon flavor found in Asia. It's like lemon with grapefruit and orange peel is like the best way to describe it. Less sour than lemon, so it just adds such like a brightness, a bright citrus flavor to it that like you can't find anywhere else. It's amazing. It's like how you add a lime to your tacos, you add yuzu.
Yeah.
Because it's amazing. Look at that perfection.
Oh my gosh.
So good. The outside's all crispy.
That's like exactly how I like my steak. Like super medium rare on the inside and torched and seasoned on the outside. Oh, I feel like I've died and gone to meat heaven. Look at this beautiful beast. Oh, look at the tongue, looks amazing.
Thank you. We got some beef tongue. We got the last of the Kobe selection that we have yet to try. And ooh, look at the scallops.
Whoa,
Scallops
cool.
and veg.
These mushrooms are looking prime. These are, you always see these at yakiniku spots.
Yeah.
And they're like the most firm, meaty
Like meat,
mushrooms.
yeah.
I think they're called kurabata mushrooms. I might have just made that up in my head though.
So we've only had beef tongue one other time, and it was at a spot similar to this, but in Texas. So you put it on the grill, it cooks really quick, and you flip it over, and then you add this onion celery mixture, roll it up, and shove it in your mouth and eat it.
This is probably the bite I might most be excited for.
Yeah, I remember liking it, but I forget what it tastes like.
Look at the marbling, even on the tongue though, it's just insane. Like, we've had lengua tacos all over Mexico, and this is just an incredible situation. This is the two-tong system. 2 tongs for 1 tongue.
Look how long it is. You let it bubble just a little bit. Quick sear. Ooh, a flip.
Wow. Babe, you did a great job.
Thank you, thank you. And then you spread this nice little onion, celery, and garlic mixture on it.
And Alyssa's definitely gonna put gochujang on hers.
Obviously.
Dude, you are tongue profesh.
Now you roll it up.
No, you're right there.
Second tongue.
Dude, you freaking killed it. That is no small feat, by the way.
Look how pretty it is. I may have overcooked it just a little, but that's why you cook it just a tiny bit on that first side.
You think you'll be able to do that twice?
Yeah,
Because
for
there's
sure.
2 of
I'll be
us.
ready on the second time.
It looks incredible.
Do you think I bite it or one bite it? I think it's too
Man,
big
I
to
think
one bite.
you should 2 bite it. I will 1 bite it.
Okay, cool. Beef tongue. It's like thin beef strips, like the leanest piece that you ever get. Firm, like not chewy, but like hard to chew. I'm trying to relate it to something, but I can't.
It's good though?
It's delicious. It was really good. Look, it kind of fell apart, but like I'll have to do yours a little bit less. I think mine's a little bit chewy because I overcooked it a little bit.
It cooks so fast on there.
So fast. After my practice, I totally nailed Brandon's. Look at it.
Yeah, be sure to follow us on Instagram at here's_good because Alyssa put an entire tongue tutorial now that she's pro at cooking these things. And definitely the first one was a little bit overcooked, so underdo it because it will continue to cook once it comes off the grill. This is a bite of heaven. I do want some gochujang though. Let's go.
The flavor is so good.
Beefy flavor. Definitely add tongue to your list of foods to try in Japan. Melissa seems to think that you're supposed to put your dishes in the bucket. I put it on the tray. She's not afraid to humiliate herself in any country we go. Go home.
We have reached the 1.5 hour mark. We are slowing down. We have done 5 rounds of food. I'd say we definitely got our money's worth. What do we have left? Scallops and 1 more round of A5 beef. And then I think I've reached my limit. These are scallops. In Japan, they always have the whole scallop on them. So you'll get like the entire outside portion. I don't know why in America we only serve the inside piece, because you're missing out on the whole thing. It all just tastes like a scallop. Like, we're getting ripped off in America because they only give you the inside piece.
I wonder what they do with the leftover.
Yeah, me too. Like, does it just go in the trash? That's insane. How much meatiness there is to these. I have no idea what I'm doing because I've never cooked an entire scallop. So I'm just gonna cut it in half like we've been doing everything else. I know when the inside's cooked, so.
I wonder if they're cooked already and you're just warming them up.
Maybe. They look great.
They look good.
This whole piece is like what we don't get in America.
I'm just gonna dive into the scallop. It looks a little funky. I'm not exactly sure if I'm gonna like this or not, but it's definitely worth trying. So many different textures. It's like an oyster wrapped scallop.
Oh, good way to describe it.
With a piece of uni on top, because that bright orange thing is like butter. This is really good.
No wonder they love it, right? Oyster, uni, scallop, all in one.
It's got all the things. That's pretty good. It definitely needs a little bit of that yuzu sauce and some gochujang, but that is fire.
What's this, garlic?
That is a garlic marinated lean steak.
The high heat makes the outside extra crispy, which adds like a smoky charcoal flavor while the inside stays red, and it's so good. I was kind of worried because the heat is so high that we would be burning them all, but it makes it cook so fast on the outside that the inside just stays a perfect medium rare. This is so fun.
No, this beautiful beast is that marinated garlic skirt steak. It is just so good. It's so fatty, the marinade is good, and it is like vampire's breath, full of garlic. Yo, this might be the best meal we've had in Japan.
How many times has he said that, guys? Leave a comment below.
Sad moment. Dropping down our last
plate.
4 bits of Wagyu beef. I did not want it to end. Also, I'm very full. I might pass out. I think that we saved the best for last. This one is melt in your mouth tender. Absolutely incredible. This is a bite I will never forget. Nothing like a casual A5 Wagyu all-you-can-eat buffet lunch. Man, what an experience. Also, do not sleep on the last few bites of your rice, because after piling Wagyu cut after Wagyu cut, this is just seasoned for you with all the Wagyu fat that you could ever desire. First A5 Wagyu experience, what do you think?
10 out of 10. We only have 4 days left in Japan, and I'm sad we took this long to do it. I only want to eat A5 for the rest of my life.
I can assure you that I am unable to afford that much A5 Wagyu. If you guys are interested in coming here, the spot is called YAKINIku-Fufutei, I think is how you pronounce it. It is in the Ikebukuro neighborhood, and it is totally worth a visit when you come to Tokyo. I'm still blown away that was 5,000 yen per person. We spent less than $70 for a full-on meat fest.
And the guy was so nice. The reviews said that the staff wasn't very friendly, but that guy was so helpful. 10 out of 10, recommend this place. It's cool too because it's Sunday and it's busy as heck outside and we're the only people in there.